Hello and welcome. My name is Leon Hall. I'm one of the service technicians here at Raypak. If you're watching this presentation, you more than likely have a pool and a Raypak pool heater. Pools are meant to give us hours of enjoyment and relaxation. Along with this enjoyment comes responsibility. The responsibility of keeping the pool water balanced. With a balanced water condition, the water is kept in a clean, safe, sanitary, and sparkling condition. This video is not meant to show how to balance your water. Your local pool supplier will be more than happy to do this. We want to talk about the importance of keeping it balanced. Also, it's not meant for the professional pool man or lady. They know the importance of water chemistry. This video is meant for you, the homeowner that is taken care of and is hopefully enjoying the pool. We've all heard horror stories of poorly managed pools causing problems with skin, hair, and health. That's one aspect of poor management. The other aspect is the equipment that's on the pool. The ladders, rails, lights, filters, pumps, the pool heater. That's where we come in. When the water is not maintained properly, your equipment is at risk, the same way your health is at risk. Raypak makes a quality product that's warranted against defects in parts and workmanship. When you received your heater, it came with an installation operations manual. In the front section of this manual, there's a chart showing the acceptable levels for your chemistry. For instance, on a plaster pool, pH is 7.6 to 7.8. Total alkalinity, 80 to 120 parts per million. Calcium hardness, 200 to 400 parts per million. If you have a salt system, salt is 4,500 parts per million maximum. Free chlorine, 2 to 3 parts per million, not to exceed 5 parts per million. And TDS, total dissolved solids, is 3,000 parts per million maximum. In a salt system, TDS can be as high as 6,000 parts per million. Pool water by itself is a very aggressive water. With unbalanced water, the water becomes disastrous for you and your equipment. You're going to have a little bit of problems down the line with your tube bundle. Raypak makes a very stout, durable tube bundle. Let's take a look at an example of what unbalanced water can do to your heater. Here we have a section of the tube that carries the water through the heater. You notice how clean and bright this is. This is the copper tube, and it has a highly efficient heat transfer. Here is a cutaway section of that same tube, if you'll notice. Also, we have what we call a Cooper nickel tube. This is an alloy of nickel and copper. Cooper nickel is slightly less efficient, however, it is much more durable. Cooper nickel is highly recommended in salt systems and commercial applications. As I said, it's much more durable, but not impervious to chemical. Let's take a look at some examples here of what your chemicals will do. This first example is not too bad. You notice a little bit discoloration. This is a low pH. Low pH, the water is acidic, and it will attack your tubes. Copper is a very malleable metal and will be easily attacked by a low pH or an acidic water. Right now, this is not too bad. It's just started. They caught it in time. It can be corrected by taking care of your water, balancing it properly. However, if that's not taken care of, and if it's not balanced as it should be, this is what can happen. If you notice now, this tube is not just discolored, it actually has pinhole leaks in it due to the acidic nature of the water, a low pH. The next example here is a high TDS. TDS, total dissolved solids in the water. It's kind of like having gravel in your water supply. If you think about it, water coming through at a high velocity, that gravel hitting the sides of your tubes, it will eventually erode the tube and lead to holes in your tubing and or erosion completely. This example here, we see a pinhole leak caused by total dissolved solids. Knowing the levels of your chemicals and conditions is not all you need to be aware of. Pool heaters must have clean air for proper combustion. Improper combustion will eventually destroy the heater and is unhealthy. If your heater is within a room, you must have the proper combustion and ventilation air openings in the walls of the room. These lead directly to the outside air. This is of critical importance and is part of the National Fuel Gas Code. Combustion and ventilation air is covered within your installation operations manual. It's very important that the chemicals are injected in the pool correctly. If your contractor has installed a liquid chlorine feeder, this feeder must be between the pool heater and the pool on the exit of your heater. Also, a check valve should be installed between the feeder and your heater. If not, contact your contractor to have this corrected. Be very careful when adding chemicals to the pool. Never add chemicals to the skimmer basket. We have seen individuals pour liquid chlorine or add chlorine tablets directly into the skimmer of the pool. Doing this will introduce extremely caustic water directly into the heater. Liquid chlorine must be added to the pool, preferably in the deep end, away from the skimmer. Tablets should be placed in the floaters and secured at the opposite end of the skimmer. Doing this will allow the chemicals to be dispersed into the water and diluted. Please read the labels carefully. If you don't already have one, pick up a good test kit from your pool supplier, and be sure to have them instruct you on how to check for the chemicals and how to add the chemicals to your pool. Calcium and TDS are a little bit different. Calcium can be checked with the test kits purchased from your supplier. TDS is checked with a meter that is somewhat more expensive and is not normally done by the homeowner. There are a lot of suppliers that will check your water for you. I recommend you take a sample into your supplier occasionally to have them check it. If your calcium or TDS is on the high side, allow them to instruct you on the proper procedure to correct the condition. The pool is just like your landscape. If maintained properly, it will give you hours of pleasure. But if not, it will become a burden to you and your family. All it takes is a little effort and a little knowledge of what you're trying to accomplish. Not just Raypak, but all manufacturers of pool heaters and pool equipment warranty their heaters against defects in parts and workmanship. However, as is stated in our installation operations manual, the warranty is dependent upon proper installation, operation, and of utmost importance, balanced water conditions. Raypak thanks you for taking the time to view this video, and we hope you have many hours of worry-free use of your pool. Thank you.